Hello, everybody. I'll wait till you get settled a little bit. What an exciting day, right? Wow. Right? Hello, and welcome to Sturgis Ridge. My name is Terry Hornicle, for those of you that I haven't had the opportunity to meet yet. And I'm the executive director of this lovely building and outstanding team of associates out there. I don't know if you had a chance to meet the people who'll be working in this building, but they're fabulous. Fabulous. As a team, we're dedicated to introducing, living and breathing the benchmark values in our community and in our neighborhood. And you can see those values on the rosettes worn by the associates. Those are called to care, better together, and be the benchmark. Speaking of called to care, I've been serving seniors personally for over 40 years. Am I really that old? I think so. It's a life calling for me. And for all of us at Sturgis Ridge, it's not just a job. I knew about Benchmark for many years, and it set the standard for assisted living. Although I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, go Browns! And Indians. Not Cavs, LeBron left, so we're not going to go there, but that's all right. I knew of Benchmark's progressive programs, research, and dedication to seniors because of its involvement in various assisted living associations. They have been known in our industry as a leader and a company with a heart to always do the right thing in serving seniors. When my daughter Kara moved to Stanford, I started to look for a company that mirrored the values I knew were vital in achieving excellence. I saw that Benchmark was building in Fairfield, and a lark, I sent my resume in. I was lucky that they gave me a chance to create a team that would take caregiving to the next level. I made the move and found myself more connected with the people in Fairfield, all of you, than I was in Cleveland. That's a fact. It was meant to be. I love the Fairfield business community, supported by Bev Bayless, president of the Chamber of Commerce, and a great friend of Sturgis Ridge and myself. First Selectman Mike Tetro was here earlier, and he gave us a proclamation proclaiming today Sturgis Ridge of Fairfield Day. That was pretty exciting. It was. We love Mike's dedication to the Alzheimer's Association, which is our passion. Yay, Shannon and Tori. And he supported our Paint the Town Purple campaign this past June, where we got over 50 businesses in the area to help support Alzheimer's. And to the seniors who come to us for advice, shared their wisdom, and allowed us to know their stories and meet their friends and families. It's been such an honor. Sturgis Ridge is the face of what's ahead. It's a new approach to serving seniors. We are a lifestyle community providing concierge services. It's where human connection is elevated, where we meet people where they are and connect them to what's meaningful in their lives, and that's a promise. With an art gallery, a lecture series, theater, and a commitment to remain involved in the Fairfield community, Sturgis Ridge will lead the way through its spirit, its volunteer, and its programs. I'm so excited. At Benchmark, we talk about connecting to what matters. I love this. It was a sign to me that I made the right decision and finally found a company that understood the changes that were needed to create a purposeful life. And then I met Tom Grape. I didn't know who he was. I heard his story, and I was impressed with his vision and his dedication to constantly move Benchmark forward in a way that embraces aging and elevates the human connection. The fact that Fairfield is his hometown and that many people still talk about the impact Tom's mother, Lee, had on the town and on the high school sports program is a testimony to the sincerity of service and commitment to others that she passed along to Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the chairman and CEO of Benchmark Senior Living and our Fairfield native, Mr. Tom Grape.
Thanks, Terry. Thank you all for being here. There are a few more seats if anybody wants to come on and have a seat. Welcome to the opening of our 58th community, our 18th in Connecticut, but the first assisted living community in the town of Fairfield, which, as Terry suggested to me, is near and dear to my heart. I'm delighted to have my wife, Mary, here with us all tonight. So for me, this is a special moment. I played many baseball games at Sturgis Park, went to Roger Ludlow High School when it was the Flying Tigers many years ago. I played Little League in Babe Ruth, and as Terry mentioned, my mom was very active in town and had been a career counselor at Ludlow, including some of the years that I was a student there, which was a little bit of a problem when I skipped classes, but we won't go there. She was also a chair of the Board of Recreation. She chaired the campaign to save our sports when it was cut from the town budget, and she, in a different generation, would have been a CEO. Some of my friends belovedly nicknamed her the Tiger, but it was in a beloved way. And I was very touched when some of my colleagues suggested and have kindly named the library here on the second floor the Lee Grape Memorial Library. And for those of you who haven't seen some photos of her in the first floor, I was very touched and honored that they would choose to do so. For those of you who aren't necessarily from Fairfield or don't know the background of the name Sturgis Ridge, of course the Sturgis name is prominent on the highway, park, and historic cottage pretty much everywhere. Anybody passes by on Mill Plain Road, Jonathan Sturgis was born in 1624, was one of the original settlers of Fairfield. His great-great-grandson served on the Connecticut House of Representatives and the state Senate to the Continental Congress in 1786. His direct descendants still live in the cottage, which became a National Historic Landmark in 1994. And the cottage inspired our Sturgis Ridge logo, which speaks to creating a home where families can connect. Speaking of history, Benchmark, which I founded in 1997, we chose that name because we wanted to set the standard by which all others were measured in senior living. And the idea, as Terry mentioned, was not only to have nice places for people to live, but much more importantly, was about the human connection that people can make living in our communities with one another, with our staff, with their families. It's about the personal relationships and the ability to reconnect with passions or express their passions that are what's at the heart of what we do here at Benchmark and at Sturgis Ridge, and that will be what we expect all our residents and families will find exceptional about their experience here, and we're delighted to be able to offer that here in Fairfield. I should mention that we had another special occasion this morning. How many folks here are familiar with the magazine Fortune magazine, the business publication? Today, Fortune published their Best Places to Work issue, which they do annually and have done for many years. And today they added a new category, which they've never had before, which is for companies in the aging services field, not just senior living communities, but others. We're proud to announce that Benchmark actually was rated number 3 among companies that are in the senior living field. We were rated number 3 among best places to work for senior living companies with at least 40 or more communities. So we were not number 3 on the overall list, but among companies with more than 40 senior living communities, and we're very proud of the hard work that we've put in to create our company as a great place to work. For all the associates, we are confident you'll experience that here, but we're committed to having Benchmark be a great place to work. So today was a big day on that front too, so cheers. We chose Fairfield not only because of my emotional connection, but we also knew that there was a need for high-quality senior housing where none existed for high-quality assisted living. It's an amazing location next to the Carrollton with my friend Carmen Tortora. Carmen, where are you? There he is. Also next, of course, to the high school. And we've made the right choice given the response we've received. We're all about half committed to our apartments already, and that is a wonderful response, and the enthusiasm from which we've been welcomed by the town is a great indication. And so with that, one of the speakers we'd like to welcome, if we could, is Beverly Bayless from the Fairfield Chamber that Terry alluded to. We're delighted to see so many other folks from Fairfield, but Beverly's been a real partner representing the business community. So if I could ask Beverly to make a few comments, and I'll be back in a moment.
Thank you so much. Good evening. The Fairfield Chamber of Commerce is just so very pleased to have Benchmark in our town. About a year ago, I received a phone call from Terry, and she was saying, Beverly, can we meet you? I need to get a cup of coffee. I have to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. So I met Terry, and she is unbelievable. And Tom, you made the right decision to hire Terry, I can tell you that. She just is incredible. And she did pack up and leave Ohio, and I can share, I can tell you that within 2 months, she knew every person in town. There wasn't one place she hadn't gone to, person that she hadn't met. She was out there in full force, and she represents enthusiastically the quality that Benchmark stands for. This is beautiful, it is award-winning, it is spectacular, but the service is what is the most important part of what they do. And I can share with you that recently I just had a personal experience with Benchmark. My brother-in-law, you know, as we get older, sometimes we are faced with these difficult decisions and how to navigate through that. And we were able to find, early in this year, we were able to find him with a suitable property, a Benchmark property, where the family, we were so happy to have him there. And all we did after we visited him was to say, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, we are so lucky to have Jimmy here. And I think that's the telling story, is how people feel when they're there and when their family leaves, because you know that they are getting ultimum care and loving care. And his dog was with him. It doesn't get any better than that when they have his little pooch. So, so I just wanted to share a personal note too about my personal experience and my family's personal experience with Benchmark. So the chamber, the town, everyone is so happy you are here. The facility is gorgeous. And I would say the standards of excellence are par to none. So congratulations on your new building.
Thank you so much. We have some other folks we'd like to acknowledge. First Selectman Mike Tetro, who was here earlier, was nice enough to give us a proclamation from the town. He unfortunately was not able to stay, but we appreciate Mike's support throughout the process and appreciate his being with us earlier. Connecticut State Senator Tony Wong was also here earlier, was not able to stay. And State Representative Brenda Kupchik, I don't know if she's still here. She also left, but they were both able to come by, which we're grateful for. From the town of Fairfield, Planning and Zoning, Jim Wendt. We appreciate Jim Planning and Zoning support. Building official Tom Conley. Tom, if you're here, thank you for your help. Conservation Director Brian Carey. Town of Fairfield Fire Marshal's Office. Thank you for your help throughout. Charles Case and the Mill Plain Improvement Project for your support of the project. And we do look forward to continuing to contribute to their future projects since we officially have a Mill Plain address. And, of course, our partners at Fairfield Ludlow High School, the administrators, executives, the coaches. We appreciate the parking spaces for tonight. And special thanks to the football team who's going to be here helping us clean up later tonight. So thank you for that. And I'm told that we're offering special deals on football premium apartments for those who would like a view. So go Ludlow football. We'd also like to acknowledge just a few of the many folks involved in actually helping bring this project to fruition. Our contractor, AP Construction, was phenomenal as they've been on the number of projects we've worked with them. Andy Ashforth was here earlier. Tom Walsh and Mark Hammerer. Tom and Mark. Mark is in the way back. Mark Moran, Ryan Sullivan, and Scott Marlowe, all of you guys, thank you. Terrific job. Our architects, Bechtel, Frank, and Erickson, Jerry Frank and Matt Brown. Jerry, and there they are over there. From Huntington and Company, Jason Spath and Walt Jobst. Are you guys here? Raise your hands. From Kenny and Associates, the landscape architect and wetlands consultant, Bill Kenny. Bill, are you here? Thank you. Our law firm, Bill Fitzpatrick. Bill, are you here? Thank you, Bill. And some of our financial folks from M&T Bank, Cindy Langer. From Iron Point, one of our investors, Bill Janes. And from Oxzif, Anshu Kahan and Nicole Sirmier. Is Anshu still here, or he may have gotten a call from his very pregnant wife? So, and special thanks to Carmen Tortora, our neighbor at the Carrollton. For providing us with this wonderful site and being a great partner and neighbor. So, Carmen, thank you. And then from the Benchmark team, we've got a list of folks, all of whom the list will be inadequate. A special guest here with us tonight is one of our long time board members and supporters, Daryl Harvey. Daryl, thank you for being with us tonight and for your support. A person without whom this building would not be standing and who poured his heart and soul into it for many years, Bill Cook. Bill, where's Bill? Bill, there's Bill back there. Allison Melahoris and Sarah Laffey, their leadership and teams are second to none. Thank you, ladies. From our legal department, Marcella Molina and Colby McCauley, thank you. And Brian Danaher, I know Brian's here. Elizabeth Bryant, who does pretty much everything. Elizabeth, there she is. Julie Lombardo and the regional operating team for their unwavering support and guidance. Okay, now who here has had something to eat tonight? All right, so thank the chefs, Guy Amon, Mike Eckrow, Jimmy Hoorhan, and all the Benchmark chefs who do a great job. Doug Cormack for lending his opening expertise to this team. Thank you, Doug. And from our Edge Hill community, Chris Barstein and especially Chris Solano for their tremendous support, including for this celebration. They're terrific. Where are the Chris's? Where's Chris Solano? Chris Solano, are you there back there someplace? He may be in the kitchen. There's Chris Barstein. Okay, well. And from Middlebrook Farms to Trumbull, Claire Scully, for your support with buses and your team for trainings and hosting a few residents. And we have a special thank you to our soon-to-be artist in residence, Elisa Kachian, for her beautiful artwork on display in the third floor art gallery. Elisa, we're right here. There we are. We were all detoured on our tour because admiring your beautiful artwork. So thank you for sharing it with us. And a sincere thank you, of course, to Terry for her leadership in getting a team put together and for bringing us all to this point. This Browns thing we'll have to work on, but that we'll get there. And then, of course, we'd also like to give a special thank you and welcome to all the associates here at Sturgis Ridge, who are the ones who, in fact, bring the benchmark values to life for our residents and families. So to all the associates at Sturgis Ridge and all the department heads, cheers to all of you. So when the idea of Sturgis Ridge first was talked about in a public way, within about 24 hours I got a note in the mail with a check. We weren't asking for checks. There was no way we didn't know what account to put the check in. But Cecily Zaraga, who I'd known for many years from my childhood here, said, I want to be the first resident to move in. And well, we said, well, we sort of have to get it approved, we have to get it designed, we have to get it built, but boy, I admire your enthusiasm. It was a great treat to have it be from someone whom I had known and who knew my mom and my dad. And so I'd like to ask Cecily to come up and help cut the ribbon. And I'd like to ask Beverly and Terry and Bill Cook to come up and collectively for a photo opportunity to cut the ribbon. And I think these will do the job. These are serious. These will do it.
Those are.
We're all ready for the photo.
Terry.
Sorry.
It's pretty heavy. All right, why don't we step down a little bit towards me? Okay, we ready? Where's our count? Tell us 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Cecily is the first, but there are many who will be joining her, and she'll be moving in on Saturday, and we're delighted to be welcoming her. All of you will be able to enjoy your special gift as you leave, but don't leave just yet. Representing a benchmark value, we have one of our 3 values. One of our values is better together. It'll be a bottle of champagne and chocolate. We think those go pretty well together, so that's the idea. But we also are donating to the Fairfield community to 3 charities that are very special to us and to the community. The first is to Al's Angels, who do great work supporting children and families battling cancer, rare blood diseases, natural disasters, and severe financial hardship. And Al of Al's Angels is here today. And there's Al. Thank you, Al, for the great work you do. We'll be making a second donation to Operation Hope, which works to eliminate local hunger and homelessness. And we think there's a representative here today from Operation Hope. And also a third donation, there we go, and a third donation to Meals on Wheels. So,
And your team has been great at serving meals at the shelter.
oh, terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And the team. Where are they? Wonderful.
So if you haven't already, be sure to take a tour of of the beautiful new home. Enjoy the wonderful food. Have a photo taken in either our traditional neighborhood or our Harbor Mind and Memory neighborhood. And for now, let's join in a brief toast to Fairfield, to Sturgis Ridge, and all the meaningful connections ahead. Cheers to Sturgis Ridge and to all of you. Cheers. Thank you for being with us.